What did we pick up just now? I was zoning out.
I don't remember.
Arca. Gear. Items is what we want.
There's something not super interesting, honestly.
It was probably this. It was probably fishing, either that or... Interesting.
All that for nothing.
Oh! Whenever I go back in editing, I will be able to look and see whatever it was. If it...
Sorry, I distracted you by talking about butts.
Yeah, it's fine. Right.
Okay.
Right. I believe we're good to go out now. I don't think there were any fallen rocks in these rooms. Oh, there was one in here. Ooh, what you get? Mega elixir. Interesting. Now, I did watch a playthrough where someone did the return to entrance and then walked back in, and those rocks weren't lifting up. So they were like, well, I don't know what to do, and then they left. So it appears like you have to go back through the dungeon after you trigger the sort of reverse time effect. So that also is very interesting, that perhaps this entire place is enchanted to like fix itself. So even though time is destroying it, it's constantly in some ways rebuilding itself. What if we came out here during the day? And then the entrance was sealed. We had to wait until...
fresh air. Made it out in one piece.
War! Stone mausoleum built by the ancient people of Solheim, who saw fire as a sacred symbol of life. The people paid homage to their patron Saint Ifrit at the Rock of Ravito, and the ancient academic studies suggest the people's devout faith was a driving force behind the abandonment of their civilization. And advancement of their civilization. If one were to hypothesize that water, in turn, symbolized death among the people of Solheim, it then stands to reason that they established their space for venerating the souls of the lost beside an enormous lake, the Vesper Pool. Those brave enough to enter the tomb have reported a wide variety of traps, presumably laid to deter grave robbers. More interesting, however, is the design of the mausoleum interior itself. The emphasis on water and fluidity seems to support the aforementioned theories about the Solheim civilization conception of life and death. So yeah, so for the people of Solheim, fire was life and water was death. So this entire area is sort of a place to venerate the dead. Which, if you think about it, there is a goddess in this world related to water, which would be Leviathan. And Leviathan doesn't like humans?
Refreshing swim? Just a dip.
All that much. So her being a goddess of death is not too far stretched. But what's interesting is that Shiva in modern Eos is seen as the goddess of death. Gentiana is considered to be a messenger. of death, and she works for Shiva and stuff like that. But then again, Shiva is also a corpse, and is slowly trying to freeze out an entire nation. So times change.
I mean, ice and water aren't that different.
Yeah. Mostly just a temperature difference.
Congrats. That concludes your training. You've still got a hard path ahead. But don't let anyone tell you how to walk it.
You may have been hired under false pretenses, but your assistance was invaluable, all the same.
Tell me something I don't know. And you can spare the pleasantries.
Take care walking your path, Aranea.
Oh, right. Thanks. I will. And I'll train you some more if our paths cross again. Oh, and before I forget, His Excellency instructed me to give you boys a ride back. If you need a lift, feel free to hop on.
Well, glad that's over with.
Noct, I've just received word from Cindy.
And?
We're to return to Lestalem. Her friend works as an engineer at the power plant. She'll take care of the mithril.
Uh-huh. And that'll take care of our boat problem.
Once you're rested and ready, I suggest we hasten back to Lestalem. Make sure you're prepared.
Shame to say goodbye to such a nice fishing spot. Want to see what's biting before we bolt?
Where did Arden go? And where is Aranea?
Arden left before you guys went in the thing anyway.
He
And
went.
then Arden just
Yeah.
sauntered off.
He was like, "Oh, I'm supposed to give you guys a ride back." Walks away. Oh man, it is raining really hard.
You're headed to Lestalem, right? I'll take you there, but no further.
Got it.
So, ready to ship out?
I'm gonna say no.
Not yet. Sorry.
Well, hurry it up.
It's about time for me to take a small break. So I think we're gonna leave it here for just a moment or two. I was thinking of going all the way to the Haven, but it's all the way over on the other side of the lake. So, and we don't have chocobos. So we're gonna go ahead and wait here. Stand out of the water, watch the guys walk around. I'm gonna go take a quick break, and we'll be back.
See you soon.
I return. It seems that HurryPollo and Demon have wandered off somewhere, and so has Ignis. Again.
I'm here. Eating.
Oh, you're eating. Okay, cool.
And I'm muted.
You are not muted. The viewers heard whatever you guys were saying.
Actually didn't yap today.
Fair enough.
McKinney, have you kind of edited the long novel rant I had?
I did.
Did you enjoy it?
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping I wasn't being cringy.
Not as cringy as Prompto.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna toss my trash here.
Okay. I'm eating some dumplings right now, so. It's the Chinese New Year of the Snake, right? That started this year?
Yeah.
What do we think the boys are in terms of Chinese zodiacs? Because within Western astrology, Ignis here would be an Aquarius, which makes sense since he's a very giving person. Prompto.
I'm just going through vibes. I don't actually know all that much about the Chinese astrology. I say Gladio is tiger.
He is very fierce.
Prompto, light, monkey, or dog. I'm not sure which one I'm vibing.
Well, I'm a dog in Chinese zodiac, and that sort of means that I'm a very loyal person, apparently. But it also means that
I'm a monkey.
you're a monkey.
I always thought Prompto was more of a monkey, honestly.
Yeah. See, the thing is I don't think Prompto feels sort of like a dog to me, because I'm a dog, and it's not so much that we're loyal to a fault, it's more that we care about loyalty. Like, that's something we very much stress.
Oh yeah, that's your mic on.
What's really funny is in Western Zodiac, Prompto is a Scorpio, which means he's not exactly the easiest person to get along, and he's very judgmental. And very critical and analytical. Which works for his father, Versatile, but I don't think they have the same birthday.
Maybe.
It'd be hilarious if they did.
What's the zodiac sign for today? For Ignis?
He would be Aquarius.
Ah.
Which is symbolized by a person filling out a jug of water that is never too empty.
thought he was a Pisces for some reason.
He would be a Pisces if he was born, like, a week earlier.
Ah, really?
And Prompto would be a Gemini. No, let me.
Libra.
He would be Libra, which he
Really?
feels more like a Libra, because Libras are some of the most friendliest people.
I'm a Libra.
Isn't it weird that I think
Mm-hmm.
it's a cat?
I don't know enough about the Chinese zodiac to know.
I don't know much about the Chinese zodiac. I do know rats.
This would be a good question to ask the Discord channel.
No.
It's like I'm just going off vibes. I don't actually.
Let me ask the
like,
Discord
Chinese
channel. I'm just
zodiac
gonna pop into
rise.
the lore of the Discord channel. And oh, I'm not in the lore one anymore because I muted that channel because everyone there is very particular. Let me just. There's always people in the Final Fantasy 15 lore that are like, did I drop out of that call and go somewhere else?
No.
Okay. I thought I saw my username in a different call channel.
Huh.
But yeah, there's always people there that have tons of information about both the fandom and stuff, so. All right, let's go get our boy back.
Anyway, I was just very curious about your editing techniques with my my novel rant. You should have had like Wii music to the background.
I wasn't able to add it to the background because of copyright. I tried to, and then it was like, "Hey, you're gonna get copyrighted
Aw.
stuff if you do this," and I'm like, "Well, I don't want to risk it."
Dang.
My channel isn't monetized or nothing like that, but
Well, yeah, but still, that stinks.
yep. Right, she's gonna offer us.
Oh.
You're headed to Lestalem, right? I'll take you there, but no further.
Got it.
So, ready to ship out?
I would actually, if I was Noctis in this situation, and I'm surprised Ignis doesn't mention this. The last time we got a ride from the Niflheim people, they stole our car. Like, they just straight up stole it.
Yeah.
And then we had to go destroy a military base to get it back. And they're offering to give us a ride again. Like, Aranea seems a lot more trustworthy than Arden, but I love how she has a little black ribbon in her hair. By the way. I'm not getting distracted. But yeah.
You bet. Let's fly.
This lighting is not flattering for any of these
A
characters.
red ship.
Completed chapter 7. That's a lot of particle effects. Oh my god. So first of all, we have the liches, which summon a whole bunch of fog and stuff. And then we have the creme brulee there, which is also adding in red particle effects and stuff. And then we have Ignis's like, I see everything. And then I think this is whenever we summon the god. So that's where the some of the other ones are coming from. Oh. He did not get a good picture of that. Oh my god. Noctis is in this picture.
Ah. Terrifying.
It is. It's absolutely terrifying.
Only see his nose.
A little carbuncle. I don't think we're keeping any of these.
Hello, lady.
Prompted did not have a good day with pictures. He didn't have Gladio, his inspiration, there to guide him. Cursing Vermin, he has a drone or a selfie stick. That's how he gets the pictures up on high.
Drone.
Yeah. I could see Prompto saving up and then spending money on a drone. He doesn't have one canonically, I want to be clear.
Rise
This
and shine,
actually,
Prince Charming, we're here.
see, look, the Regalia is in the ship as well.
Sounds like a spot of trouble's popped up at the power plant. Wish I could help, but I'm powerless to do anything I'm not ordered to. I'll leave the keeping of the peace to you.
She's got like a dragon print on her skirt.
Good luck,
What?
boys.
Huh.
I didn't see that earlier.
I'm sure now Noct is like, okay, if anybody wants to take, why did it take them so long? If anybody wants to take me from now on, my car goes with me.
Loving that outfit, Noct. Why don't you wear one?
Well, that's the only one. And if anyone stands a fighting chance in there, it's you. Forget about fashion and go.
Fashion is so off the wall.
And
right
this is exactly where the writing of the game becomes so clearly broken up and
We'll be waiting at the entrance.
If any
Like-
humans escape, we'll get them.
they clearly had this idea in the boardroom. And they wanted to build up to it and then do it and then have this be the way back. But they did not have time to make a moment between the end of the Vesper Pool and this moment here. And so they were just like, oh, we'll just have Ariana awkwardly offer them a ride to Lestalin. And then Ignis go like, oh, I got a phone call and we gotta go to Lestalin.
Yeah.
Right?
Feels very
Also, Cursing Vermin is right. We are sus right now.
Yeah, it's all very jarring and very quick. It's like bam, 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 bam.
It's all very jarring and very quick, and this is where they clearly knew they wanted this moment to happen, so they made it. So they made this entire mission and stuff, but they didn't have time to do the lead into it.
Right.
Testing. Do you read me? Just wanted to thank you for offering to clear out those demons.
I'm right here.
That'll give me time to treat this mithril for you. There's a hunter who went in right ahead of you. I imagine
Is he
there are
even
too
talking?
many for one
She
to
is.
handle, but two of you should be fine. And a little heads up, we're getting some unstable readings from the generators inside. Too much power and the whole place could blow. So be quick.
Will do.
I've been actually watching clips of the Chernobyl TV show. Going into this. Where is my light?
Stuff like this reminds me
It
of
is
like when I
So dark.
write key moments and I get those over with, and then I have to figure out how to connect them.
Exactly.
It's so frustrating. Then sometimes I feel like people Like my editor, she just finished chapter, I think 11 out of 22 or something. And like, it's kind of obvious where I was like faltering on that stuff. It's embarrassing. Everybody does it. It just, you know.
I'm actually like, sort of stuck there for my chapter right now. Is that I wrote is that there's a character that is Ignis's cousin, who I want to interact with Prompto, and then lead into some stuff like a little side story and stuff, because she didn't exist in the previous timeline.
Yeah. It's hard to make stuff feel like natural sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I cut into her intro and all that's written, and then she talks to Ignis's uncle, who is sort of a dick in my story. But then I was like, okay, now I need to get her downstairs and into the next scene. And now I'm stuck. I've already written half of her actually going down and talking to Prompto. But yeah. This is gonna be one of those moments where I look at a whole bunch of stuff. Just a heads up. Because this plant is very weird to me. It's very much like they tell us it's a geothermal power plant, right? That they use the heat coming off these crystals in order to, you know, produce energy, which involves heating up water and then turning a turbo, you know?
Right.
But then they're like, by the way, it's unstable, and that's dangerous. But what?
I guess the demons make it unstable? I don't know.
Yeah, like, how are they not using, like, steam to turn a turbine?
Also, where is everybody?
Yeah, even in an emergency, there would be more people running around this building.
So, you my backup?
I thought we were partners.
Anyway, place is crawling with demons.
Why did Gladio go here anyway? Like, I don't even understand.
Now, if we're done with the introductions, follow me.
So, first of all, Noctis's first reaction is like, I thought we were dating! Right? And that seems to be Noctis's reaction with a lot of people. He's like, oh, we're supposed to cooperate on the subject. And then they immediately start telling him what to do, and his reaction is like, you know we're supposed to be working together, right? And Gladio doesn't introduce himself here.
Right.
Like, and they've known each other since they were kids. How do you not recognize
Gladio's trying to be slick and he's not. But like, why did he come here? Why did he tell anybody he was coming here?
I think the general consensus is he came to Lestalem after his DLC to just meet up with those guys, and then there was an emergency at the plant, and it happened, and he was like, well, I gotta help out with that because, you know, I don't have main character energy or issues or nothing. Look, he's even standing like Gladio.
I thought the workers were all girls.
Yeah. All the workers are supposed to be girls. I had an idea about that, by the way, which actually involves the Final Fantasy VII crossover. Sorry, it's so pretty. Can I? Camera? I can take photos. Oh, new screen background.
But no, that doesn't blow everything up to Kingdom Come.
Yeah.
No. Oh, yeah, good shot of these crystals.
We're harvesting the souls of the dead for power.
Yeah. So the entire idea was that Sephiroth was in the meteor. Like, stuff happened in Final Fantasy VII, and then Sephiroth is in the asteroid, Do we want the city in this shot, or do we just want Crystal?
Just Crystal.
Just Crystal. I think right there. Would be a good one. I think over here. Would be a good one. So long story short is that Sephiroth is in the meteor, right? And then after the Titan disappears or whatever, he was like keeping Sephiroth contained, and then Sephiroth gets out and starts doing shit. And then, you know, Noctis being Noctis and the Chosen One is suddenly like, oh, we have to take care of this issue that has arisen. And Arden, for the record, is not getting along with Sephiroth. Like, Sephiroth is like, I'm gonna be the darkness that swallows this world, etc. And Arden's like, excuse you?
Right, that's my job.
Like, that's my job. You're not and Sephiroth's like, but you don't even want to do it. And Arden's like, that's not the point. This ain't your rodeo, bub. Right? Okay. That's enough. That's but in this, because this is an offshoot of the meteor, right? The meteor broke up in the atmosphere, and then this is a part of it that fell down here. So long story short, Aerith is in this shard of the meteor, and this idea that I've had, and that's why the entire plant is run by like girls and stuff like that. Is because in old days of Lestalem, there was a goddess of this meteor shard, right? There was the meteor, but then each of the shards had like divine figures associated with them, and this one was specifically one of like maternity and stuff. So whenever someone was like, oh, well, let's turn it into a power plant, they're like, the only people who are allowed to go in that area are like the shrine maidens and the girls and stuff like that.
That's kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, and then I never really did anything with this AU because I had a different AU I wanted to do, but also I didn't know how to bring Cloud or any of the other Final Fantasy VII figures into it. Like, I had no idea what to do with Cloud, I had no idea what to do with Zack. And,
Well, Zack could be dead.
And then I had...
I was like, what are you doing with my husband?
What are you doing with my husband, also named Zack?
Yeah.
Alright, what's Gladio gonna say here?
No, my husband's not dead. Hello?
Hello? Why are we wearing oxygen tank?
Yes.
Okay, first off, hello, welcome to the OSHA compliance listing for this factory. First thing I would like to point out, there is a giant machine in this entryway. If you have a fire, how are you supposed to get in and out? Is this an elevator? That looks like it might be an elevator. But still, this is very clearly an exit to be used for emergency.
Uh-huh.
And it's clogged up immensely with an elevator that could very easily be put off to the side. A whole bunch of pipes and stuff. Hi. You're not saying anything. Wait, I can pick something up? I can pick... Oh, we already have like 8 of
You
those.
just stole somebody's bracelet they lost.
Don't worry about it. Look, it looks like they're heating up metals here. So maybe they do some manufacturing here? Like they use the heat as a source in order to like heat metal and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I'm confused.
Some pretty fancy.
Oh no, that's the sword that
Reminds me of a certain king I know.
See that? Not too shabby yourself. You make
certain king he knows.
I know that you know that I know that you know.
I know.
I have no idea.
We're detecting a major power.
But they were roommates.
She's gonna abort the mission and get out of there.
I ain't one any unfinished business. Can't speak for him though.
Then allow me. I got this.
Well, how about you prove it?
Gladly.
Yeah.
Hey, big guy!
I'm on it. Sorry to break this up.
Oh gee, I wonder who he is.
9,999.
These guys are not going well with that.
See ya!
Oh look, glad he finished that one off.
Stay there.
There's a walkway here, littered with barrels and something you would need to move a forklift with. Same over here. This place reminds me of Nier.
Yeah, a little bit. Also, it looks like there's this place in Xenoblade, like a mine that was abandoned. That just it kind of looks very similar to this too. Okay.
Why can I walk? I'm not too worried about failing. We've got to kill like a goblin in 4 minutes. Oh boy.
I could keep coming for a minute.
This is back at the entrance, so there's not any loot or anything. Alright. What are you weak to?
My workplace is having a
Words? Okay.
party to celebrate surviving the, I guess, state survey thing. I'm not there and I'm a little upsetty.
Oh, you guys had a state survey as well?
Yeah, we passed ours. We only got like 9 tags, which is really good comparatively to the rest of the state.
Yeah. The 9 tags is... We had a family member report abuse and neglect at our facility the other week.
Yeah.
So we had state all week there last week. And basically the long story short of it was like, they were like, yeah, you don't have any like IJs going on right now.
Right.
Which, to anyone who's not familiar with what we're talking about, an IJ is a confirmation that a medical facility is abusing its patients. But we knew going into this that the family was
Nice job.
being very...
Disappoint.
When have I ever?
Keep it up.
Will do.
I don't know what's a good term for it.
Let's scram.
Extra.
Yeah, extra. Being very extra.
Yeah. Ours are stupid things like, you didn't wash your hands enough, and which, you know, when state's in the building, you have to wash them every single time you breathe wrong.
Oh yeah.
And
stuff. And like, oh my gosh, this person is not wearing their name tag.
Right, exactly. It was just really stupid stuff.
That's every facility I have ever worked in always gets on every inspection that comes through. It's like, this one person wasn't wearing their name tag. And you're like, which person? And then they point to a person and you're like, that person doesn't even work in our facility, ma'am. that is a family member who just also happens to wear scrubs where they work, and they're coming in to visit their family. They are not staff. They're like, well, they're not wearing a name tag.
And unfortunately, most state surveyors are very lax, like a little bit when they know that it's a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah. The ones in my state are actually pretty strict, but every administrator of every facility I've ever worked at knows almost every inspector that comes through.
Yeah.
Because they have to go through the same training and class stuff.
Well, it's inevitable. You're gonna get a tag. It's just how things go.
Yeah. It's not anything to stress about. If anyone comes in, right, and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, you're fine.
And
if you know you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing.
So the hunter who went on ahead,
The one and only. How you been, fellas?
Oh, it's Gladio! Wow!
Oh, wow!
Someone got a number on you, though.
You should see the other guy. Anyway, I'm back. And better than ever.
And I have a giant scar on my face.
You have a giant scar on your face and chest.
I can't believe.
What are you doing here? We just took you out of the city.
After her, Dustin.
Oh my god, my nipple!
Oh my god, Dustin exists!
Did you apologize to Noct for storming off like
Oh
that?
yeah.
He made it up to me in there.
The power plant. Oh, so you got your hands on some mithril. In that case, I'll go deliver it to Sid.
Yeah,
You'll
see?
probably want to freshen up first anyway.
What happened?
Come and meet me in Kayam when you're ready.
Yeah, see, this is exactly what I mean by things breaking down. Instead of us taking the mithril to Sid, Iris is going to take it there for us. Why is she here? We just spent all this time getting her out of the city to be quote-unquote safe. Right? Gladio suddenly shows up. That entire interaction is awkward. I honestly think it would be better written if Noct just goes like, oh my god, Gladio! Smiley face. And then Gladio's like, hey!
Look at my nipples! I've got a big scare!
I'm wearing a shirt today. Isn't that a rare occurrence?
Right.
Right? And then during that entire time, this lady, despite, apparently things being bad enough in her factory that it might explode, refines the mithril we collected in order to use it. It's all very...
Yeah, like, what was even the point of us being in there again?
Also, what security features happen that would normally keep the demons out, and why did they fail? You see what you see?
Never know.
It doesn't. You look at it on a surface level, it's just like, okay, the story is just pushing on plot. But any more than that, and it's fine. This guy is Dustin. So anytime Monica is mentioned, Dustin is mentioned. I didn't know he actually had a character model.
It's just so funny to me because Lestalem becomes like the
He's
Glad you're safe
stronghold
and well.
of people, like in the
it's
dark
nothing.
era. Oh.
Your Highness.
So this is a Crown's Guard that works directly under Core. And with Monica.
Looks like a twink.
not every day you see a stellar stone like that. Nice find. You guys don't owe me a gill. Cindy offered to take me out as thanks.
Whoa!
Yeah. Confirmed relationship going
Tell
there.
Cindy to give me a call. Not every day you see a stellar stone like that. Nice find. You guys don't
Yeah,
owe me a
Cooperman
gill.
said it very
Cindy offered to
well.
take me out as
Suspension of
thanks.
disbelief can only take us so far.
Yeah, exactly. And Gladio's suddenly here and he's got a new cut and a new scar. I remember one of the first things I ever saw for Final Fantasy 15, which is like, oh my god, what happened? Would you like to buy this DLC?
Right.
Yeah. So Iris is gonna do all the plot things
You'll
for
probably
us.
want to freshen up first anyway.
He deserves
Come and meet
it.
me in Kayam when you're ready.
Yeah. So yeah. And now she's available to have quests that we could do quests with her for, and she'll be standing right behind this screen where she is so obviously going, you know, the easiest place to find her ever. I feel like a better storyline would have been us getting the mithril ore, taking it to Sid saying we need to refine it, everyone going like, well, shit, where do we do that? And then someone mentioning, hey, don't we know a jeweler?
Yeah.
And then you go like, oh my gosh, Dino suddenly has a narrative purpose. And we go to him and he's like, I'm not a metalsmith, but I know a metalsmith. And then we come here.
You just really like Dino.
It annoys me that he has such like a distinct personality and stuff like that.
While I was gone.
Yeah, the car got roomier.
Smart ass.
But then he just kind of dies. Yeah.
Eyes.
Because whenever you get off on Golden Key in the final chapter, Dino's clothes are there on the dock, and so is the lady who works at Golden Key. Is both of them get turned into demons or get infected
just
with
went skinny dipping.
That Aranea.
Maybe.
She's a little different.
Certainly doesn't fit the Imperial Army profile.
Gladio. Who's Aranea?
What's become of the boy?
He's left town, him and his people.
What is happening, Gladio?
Uh-huh.
Hey.
Saw a Magitech trooper the other day. Those things are downright unsettling.
Oh, let's see. Do we have any quests to turn in? First of all,
Hey, brother, try one of these.
Okay.
I said thank you.
Good, right?
Yeah.
Shove my meat in your face.
It's good.
Then come again and tell all your friends.
Or skinny meat sticks.
Yeah. You probably buy them like. You probably get like an order of 3. Like 3 for a serving.
Yes. Really, really skinny.
Yeah. Oh, let's see. I think I have a quest for you. No? Okay. There is the kid down here.
I gotta say, Aranea really impressed me today. With her outfit? Well, yeah, that too. It's just, I always had this impression that the Empire was filled with nothing but jerks.
She certainly doesn't fit the mold.
Really makes you wonder. You think she was okay with the raid on the Citadel? Ask her yourself.
Propter going like, I've got a crush on the enemy.
Huh?
Propter going like, I have a crush on the enemy, and Ignis and Noctis are just not having it. Wait, I don't have a quest to turn in here. No quest to turn in here either. Interesting.
Welcome, welcome. You did well.
13,000 gil! Let's go! We need to start saving up money to do the betting tournament stuff.
You'll help us out?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Ruler of the Brave Sky. Oh, in Altisha, there is a Coliseum where you can bet on animals fighting. And you can use different whistles in order to have the creatures do different things. And whenever you win in that tournament, you get tokens. You pay money for tokens, and then you
The Pokemon.
yeah. It's essentially Pokemon. But long story short is some of the best fishing lures in the game you can get. through that, and only that. And now's actually a good point to bring it up, is we are having another fishing event. We're having a MILF contest. Man, I love fishing. This at the end of the month, I will be taking submissions of screenshots of fish caught in the game. I'll be doing a lot of fishing on my stream for that week. The fish we're going for is gar. So because there's a pink gar. There's a pink gar fish you can catch, and I think that's somewhat fitting, given it is the Valentine's Day sort of time of year. So yeah, we're gonna have 3 prize categories, and then 1 grand prize winner. The 3 prize categories: one is heaviest and longest fish, one is the most number of fish caught over or submitted, and then the third is most exotic fish type. And then there's going to be 1 grand prize winner, and they will be crowned the ultimate MILF. Man, we love fishing. So I got a little poster of that on screen right now, and I will go ahead and decrease that there.
So dumb looking.
It is. It's supposed to be. I love it. I'm so grateful for Blue Sakura, who runs the World of Eos Tumblr, for helping me get that picture of Navith.
I wonder, is she really gonna leave the army?
You seem quite smitten with her.
Which one is it? One is what? Her or Cindy? Aranea or Cindy? Oh, wow. Okay, let me think about this for a sec.
I've no doubt both of them can wait.
Prompto definitely has a type, and that type is yeah, older woman who would definitely step on him.